Transitioning from school to work. This is actually a very exciting topic. Each and every one of us in one point of our life is a student, and then we transition to work. For most of us, almost for every single person, this transition from school to work is very rough and it is hard. Imagine you're actually graduating from college. You have this amazing GPA. You're actually on the top of the hill because you start climbing the hill since you were a little kid. Grade 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, high school, and then in college or graduating high school. So you're actually at the peak of the mountain. You're enjoying your life. You've made friends for years. You have a great life. It's flexible. It's fun, but at the same time, you have to work hard. And then all of a sudden, you graduate. You're like, oh my God, I've graduated, and now the world is my realm, and I'm just going to go out there. I'm going to be so successful. Bam, you come down the hill because you're applying for work. You're not getting interview calls. You're trying to understand where you can go. You have no idea. It's a whole lifestyle change again. All of a sudden, from the top of the hill, you've come rumbling down to the bottom of the hill. You have a job already there for you, or whether you don't have a job, you have to go through this change. So it's inevitable. So I'm going to describe you what change is going to happen. There are going to be changes in your social circles. There are going to be changes in your friends. There's going to be changes in your location. If you're living with your parents for some time, students have to move to another part of the world or another city, another county for jobs. There's a whole change in your finances. A lot of time, parents are taking care of education and supporting, and students are living with their parents, and all of a sudden now you have this whole world open where you have to provide for yourself, where you have to find a place to live, where you have to pay your bills, where you have to drive to the location yourselves, where you have to cook or clean, where the household was run by the parents. There are some great tips to actually come over this change. Build a great network of professional people. Start understanding how to enhance your interview skills. Build your resume for success. Go to social network events where people are talking about employment or entrepreneurship. Talk to your mentors. Build a group of mentors and coaches where you can actually talk to them who actually has transitioned, or students who are actually in the process of transitioning as well. Start saving a little bit of money beforehand. And now when you're adapting to the change, there's always two sides, the physical side and the emotional side. You have to stay positive. You have to understand this change is a process, and every single person on this planet, every student who actually transitions into work has to go through this phase. Exercise, take care of your health, be around with positive people, be around with successful people, manifest. Finances play a big role because now this is a time where you have to think about how you're going to plan your future. You have to understand taxation, you have to understand banking, you have to understand where you're going to live. Are you going to be buying a house? Are you going to be renting a house? You have to understand how you're going to commute to work, or it's going to be a hybrid route, or you're going to work remotely from work, and how you're going to pay for your bills. So I would recommend that this transition, becomes easy when you look at it positively, when you plan your transition, when you understand how to do interview skills. And my book, House of HR, actually talks about interview skills, talks about transitioning from school to work, talks about resume writing, talks about, what the employers are looking for students when they're giving them a job. Whatever job you get, I would recommend take it. Take the first job, get your placeholder in line, understand what is required at work. The transition from school to work is a significant milestone in one's life. By keeping yourself positive and planning a well-strategized process, keeping a network, finding helpful resources, you can actually navigate this transition with much more ease. Understanding that the change is inevitable and accepting that change with a smile will actually make this transition much easier for you.